Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at iAngelBabyNails. Subscribe to our channel and make sure you hit that bell button to receive notifications on when I upload. Hello, my beautiful fellow nail technicians or soon to be nail technicians. It is Angel Baby coming at you with another video. So the first thing I'm going to do is push back her cuticles, and I'm going to remove the shine off her natural nail, add the tip, dehydrate, prime, everything. This is called the prepping. So as you can see, I am removing some of that dirt underneath her nails with my cuticle pusher. You want to make sure there's no dirt underneath their nails because you are gonna add the tips, and especially if it's glass, you definitely want to remove that dirt. And she was a new client, so she had some leftover acrylic on her nails, so I just went in with my medium gold drill bit and I just removed it with that. You don't have to drill it off unless, you don't have to soak it off unless it is very stubborn. So now I'm going in with my Melody Susie drill by Scarlett, and I am removing the shine off of her natural nails. Now, the reason why we remove the shine off of natural nails is because our body produces oil, and the oil and the acrylic do not go well together. So we have to remove that shine by using a 180 sanding bit, and my drill bit is by MAKARTT, and the sanding bit, you can use any 180 sanding bit. And my drill, you can get it from eBay, Amazon, or even melodysusie.com. Alrighty, so now I'm going in with my tips, and these tips are also by MAKARTT. So what you want to do is you want to measure the tip sidewall to sidewall. I do use a special stiletto tips, and I use it for coffin shape because it gives the perfect shape, and it also saves time on filing. So of course, if they want really long nails, you're gonna have to use your regular nail tips that are long, and then cut the sides and then file. After that, I'm going to glue the tips on, and I'm sorry guys, the camera angle that I had it on was not really good because my hair kept coming in the way. So throughout this video, you're gonna see a little bit of my hair on top of my head in this video, but you will still be able to see the nails, so I apologize in advance for that. Alrighty, now I'm going in with the tips on her other hand. Now make sure your client is 100% relaxed at this point, because when you are applying the tips, you want to make sure they're applied straight and applied the right way. And if they're not relaxed, the nail can come out crooked, so you definitely don't want that to happen. So make sure that they're fully relaxed and not stiff. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna cut her nails to the desired length, and she just wanted just a little bit of the tip cut off. and then I'm measuring it as I go. I like to measure it as I go and then continue. So now I'm going in with my OPI 150 file, and I am filing her nails. Now and this is a coffin shape, so when you're doing coffin, you want to go with the file at different angles and then a 90-degree angle at the free edge, because you want to make it very sharp and crisp. And there's a lot of ways that you can shape coffin. It all depends on how you liked it. I do it this way. On the left hand side, I like to hold it as you can see, and on the right I hold it the opposite way, and I alternate from side to side. But make sure, especially if you're a beginner, you want to make sure that you are looking as you go. And now I'm taking the 180 sanding bit and I'm blending the tip where the tip meet the natural nail. Alright, now I'm doing the same thing with the other hand. I will do a video on filing and how I file nails. Now, like I said in my previous videos, and I will always say, this is how I do nails, and I don't have to follow the typical traditional way. I like to make up my own way and what works for me. So make sure when you are doing nails, don't feel bad if the way that a lot of people showed you did not work. It's all what works for you. Everybody is different. Alrighty, and I'm doing the same thing, and I'm gonna blend the tips to natural nail as much as I can. Okay, and now I'm taking my OPI dehydrator and I am dehydrating the nail twice. Usually I use my IBD dehydrator, but I am using my OPI one this time because I ran out of the IBD and I had some of this, so I figured I'm just going to use it all until it's ready. Then I'll go back to my IBD, which I like the OPI one, but not as much as the IBD. But it's still long lasting, so everything the same. Okay, and now I'm taking my no lift primer and I'm priming her nails, and I'm using a brush that I got from my local supply store, but you can use the brush that it comes with. I just prefer this brush because the one that it came with is really small and cheap, and I really don't like it. And when I prime, I like to prime from the natural nail down to the tip. You don't have to do that, you can do it on the natural, but this is how I like to do it and what works for me. And I do prime it twice, so dehydrate twice, prime it twice. When you are doing the dehydrator, all you have to do is put it on the natural nail. You don't have to put it on the tip. But with the primer, I like to do it because when it dries, it blends in perfectly for the acrylic application. Alright, so I'm using 3 different color shades of orange. So this is the first orange that I'm using, which is a lighter orange, and I am applying the first first bead. Now it really all depends on how pigmented each one of these colors are. I did mix them all, so depending on how much is pigmented, that's how much beads you put. So there's not like a count, like, oh, you have to put 4 and then blend it in with. No, you just have to see until you're ready, and make sure when you are applying it that you are applying it, and then switching the brush backwards, feathering the brush backwards, that's proper word. And then I'm gonna go with my OPI Makeover Pink, which I use on all my ombres and I love so much. I even love it when it's by itself. I blend it in. Now as you can see, you see me clean up the sides, clean up the end, the free edge, everything. Make sure you're cleaning it up. And then I'm gonna take my OPI translucent pink, or you can use clear, or you can even use the brilliant pink that I use, and you can just encapsulate it. Yes, so you only have to place the encapsule only where the tip meets the natural nail, and that's where it blends between the two different color acrylics. And you can encapsulate the whole nail, you don't have to only do that, but it's really no different, and you'll be just wasting more acrylic and time. So if you want to save time and save your acrylic, then just encapsulate the part where it is blended. Now I did start on the other hand, pinky, because I like to switch it up sometimes. I don't just like to be traditional and, you know, just do the same thing. So I like to switch it up and have fun. And plus, on the napkin, it does show the color that you are currently using, which I'm currently using the orange. And it will, you know, come in between other colors that you're putting. So I'd rather just do it this way and then switch the napkins around. And you'll see that in my video. And I'm so sorry again for my hair and glasses in the way. I didn't notice it until later on, but you can still see the nail. And again, I am using my Makeover Pink by OPI to blend my ombre in. And that color is just everything. And make sure you're cleaning around the sides, cleaning around the free edge, just everywhere. You don't want any extra acrylic hanging around, because again, that will cause lifting. Alright, so I'm going in with my other color acrylic, and this one is a darker orange. And this one is not so much pigmented, so you'll see me go in about 3 or 4 times with this pigment of color. As you can see, that's the first. It's like different coats of polish. So again, you want to place the acrylic, and you can drain out the monomer because you don't want it to be just everywhere, running everywhere. And so you just want to, you can drain it out, and you can place the nail down like I'm doing right now, and you let gravity take its place, and it will slowly go down, and you can just feather it down to the free edge with your brush. And now you see me clean up the sides, cleaning up the cuticle area, cleaning up the free edge. And honestly, the best way to do ombre, the best advice to give you is you can just go based off your eye, what makes you feel comfortable, what you like. And remember, the more beads you pick up, the more drilling you'll be doing. So it's better for you to take small beads, and you can do different ball methods than to be doing a full ball method and not picking enough, or picking up too much and then drilling it off. And of course, you want to make sure you're looking at the nail through the sides, through just everything. And now I'm going in with another shade of orange. This kind of look kind of pinkish orange, but it's really, really beautiful. Now this one, again, wasn't that much pigmented, and you'll see me go a few times with it. And then I'm going up. And sometimes when you drain out the acrylic, if you drain it too much, it will fall just like how that one did. Remember the steps. You're gonna pick up the acrylic, pat it down, and then you're going to feather it either down or up. And clean up the sides and the free edge. And drain it out, of course, if you have to. And then encapsulate. So it's pick up the bead, place it, pat it, and feather it. Place, pat, feather. 3 things. As you can see, I take my time in each nail and make sure it's blended 100%, because what really annoys me is nails that are ombre and that are not blended. Like, it just bothers me. So therefore I make sure I blend it as much as I can and go from there. So now I'm going with the other hand with the ring finger and going back with that second orange. Alrighty, and now for this nail, I'm going to be going back to that old orange, the one I used on the pinky, which was the lighter orange, and I'm going to put it where the tip is, and then I'm going to take the third orange and blend it in. So it's going to be 2 different oranges blended together. And of course, I'm going to add 2 or 3 coats of that orange, the light orange. Clean up the sides, free edge, and then pick up a bead and place the last orange and then blend it. And that blend is so beautiful and it blends so well together that I don't have to be doing too much blending. And it gives such a that in between oranges, between the middle where the blend meets. It's so pretty. And then of course you're gonna go back in and encapsulate it. Alrighty, and I'm going with the other hand and the pointer finger, and I'm going to the other orange, and I'm gonna place it at the tip. Make sure you are feathering it up to give that blend effect so it doesn't look like just two different colors. It blends in. That part where you feather it backwards, that is really important, especially with doing ombres. And then I'm going to go with the light orange, and I'm going to place it where the cuticle. And guys, look at that blend. These colors are so pretty. Do it again. And you will get the hang of cleaning the thighs, cleaning where the free edge is, cleaning the cuticles. You will definitely get used to it as time goes on, because honestly there's literally nothing around the cuticles for me and stuff, but I still go back in and clean up just in case. And then of course encapsulate. And honestly, you want to encapsulate the whole entire nail because it is all color acrylic, so it's not like just the ombre that you can encapsulate. And make sure you are adding enough of acrylic when you are encapsulating it in the middle, because when you drill, you don't want it to remove any blend, which it can happen. So just make sure you are adding enough. Okay, and then the thumbs, we are going to do all 3 oranges, and we're going to blend it from the tip. So you take one color and you start by the tip, which is the free edge, and then you just move the brush up. And you can do lines, you can make them blend, it's just definitely up to you. In this one, I was going to do just the lines, but then I figured, nah, I like the blend better, because they blend so well together, these 3 shades of orange. And of course, you're going to need to know how to control the acrylic while doing this type of design, because that's the main key with any color acrylic, honestly. You have to learn how to control it. If you do not know how to control it, it's going to give you a very hard time. And trust me, it took me a while to learn color acrylic and how to control it, so don't feel bad. Just keep practice. And then I'm gonna go in with that makeover pink, and I'm gonna blend it. And of course, you're gonna see me struggle with these 2 thumbs because I was trying to blend it as much as I can and not hide the colors with the makeover pink. So you're gonna see me add more, take out more, things like that. And definitely you want to make sure at this point that you are feathering it backwards, because you do want that blend look. And then you're going to encapsulate it. So as you can see, it turned out extremely pretty. So I decided I'm gonna do that with the other thumb too. Now I'm going back in with my file and I'm going to define that look, because when you add the acrylic, it does take away the shape from the nail. So you have to go back in with your file and you're going to define that shape. And of course, you guys know I like the nails to be sharp and crisp, so I go back in with my file. Then I'm going to take my medium coarse drill bit and I'm going to drill her nails. Make sure you are focusing on that cuticle area, because you don't want any lifting. And if you do not focus on the cuticle area, you will get lifting. So that is extremely important. And you're going to use the body of the drill bit to drill the body of their nail. And of course, if you apply your acrylic application correct, you don't have to do that much drilling, as you can see when I drill the nails. And I'm going to do the same thing on this hand, to file and then drill. The drill part was not in the video, so I did skip that part. Okay, so now I'm going in with my buffer and I'm gonna buff her nails. Make sure you are buffing correct, and then going over with one of your fingers. I use my thumb to make sure it's smooth, because if not, it will show in the polish. Alrighty, so then I'm gonna make her wash her hands, and then they're gonna come back, and then I'm gonna apply the IBD top coat. Now when they wash their hands, they can use soap. It's not like you can't use soap because of gel polish. It is a myth that people say, oh, when you wash your hands you can't use soap when you're doing gel, but I never had no problems. I never had no chipping, so therefore you can use it. Or you can spray their nails with alcohol and go on. But I like to make them wash their hands, because any kind of dust will be in between the nails and I don't like it. So it's better for them to just go and wash their hands and use the brush. And then you're going to cure that for 90 seconds. You can cure it for 60 seconds, but I like to cure my top coats for 90. And I am using my KIARA Sky LED UV lamp. And this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this helped with your ombre.